Hello, I'm John Heartfield. I'm the grandson of the Dada and political artist John Heartfield, who was the founder of anti-fascist montage. It's called photomontage. This is one of my grandfather's, one of his most famous photomontages. It was reproduced 3 times, once as a magazine cover in Berlin during the time of the Third Reich, once in 1941 and once in 1959. It's a brutal version of something my grandfather loved, which was a natural animal, and he loved it so much that he impaled a dead one upon a bayonet to make his statement about the horror of war. He was a lifetime pacifist, and this is his statement on the horror of war. Hello, I'm John Heartfield. I'm the grandson of the Dada and political artist John Heartfield. I'm the curator of the online John Heartfield Exhibition, which is focused on my grandfather's work as well as the work of modern political artists. This piece is a book cover that he produced for the author Upton Sinclair for the publishing house Moloch Verlag in Berlin. It's even though it's from the 20s, it's the kind of piece that remains relevant, as does most of his work, to the events of today. You can see there's a skyscraper rising up from the water. He was a fan of cartoons, and that actually came from a Mutt and Jeff cartoon. And the skyscraper is rising up as the waters pour over it. And of course, the obvious connection to the terrible issues we have now, including here in California, of climate change, makes this piece as relevant as all of my grandfather's political art. Hello, I'm John Heartfield. I'm the grandson of the political and Dada artist John Heartfield and the curator of the online John Heartfield Exhibition, which is an exhibition for art and artists of integrity and courage, and that includes many, many political artists which are currently on the exhibition. This piece here is a 1928 political symbol that my grandfather created for a party that was opposing the party of the National Socialists, or Adolf Hitler's party. There were 5 candidates. He jumped up in a meeting and he said, "What's stronger than the hand?" The 5 fingers, and there were 5 candidates running. And everyone said, that's a great idea. He went to a factory, and with his photography, he waited outside as many, many hundreds of workers came out. And every time a worker came out, he said, "Raise up your hand." And the photographer took a picture. They took all the pictures back to the studio. They studied them all, and he picked this one to be the symbol that was the political party to oppose Adolf Hitler. Now, this symbol has actually lasted through time. It's gone through time. It was on a System of the Down album cover. It was on a Sue and the Banshees album cover. A fellow in Guatemala in 2011 actually had it tattooed on his back. And it's one of the most memorable political symbols ever created. I'm John Heartfield. I'm the grandson of the political and Dada artist John Heartfield. I'm here with Zach Stewart of the Knesset Gallery. It's been absolutely incredible putting together this wonderful exhibition of art. It's going to be available here in November to people to come and see some of the art that my grandfather created from through the 20s and the 30s. And this is Zach Stewart, by the way. Let me introduce him. Hello, Zach. Would you like to say something?
I'd like to say that this is, out of 50 years of this gallery, this is one of the most unusual shows we've ever had, and I'm humbled to have it here.
Oh, well, I'm absolutely excited to be here. And you've just done, when I came in here, I think I said to Zach, this was easily one of the best exhibitions that I'd ever seen of my grandfather's art. So thank you so much for all the wonderful work you did. This piece here is called The Execution of Justice. It was my grandfather's comment upon the Reichstag trial, which was instrumental in bringing the Nazis to power. And the actual Lady Justice or Justicia has many differences than this piece. For example, in the actual one, the scales are higher than the sword. In my grandfather's version, the sword is higher than the scales. She's sitting down to show how weakened she's been by fascist tactics, and she's not just blind, but she's bloody and beaten.